always come when I need you. You know I'll be there for you. Where are we now?
Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the Acer Predator Helios 300 after owning it for a full year. Now, if you're interested in the performance of this laptop and the spec breakdown, be sure to check out my previous video where I talked about the capabilities of this laptop. Today, I'll mostly be focusing on my experience using it for the past year, and what I liked and disliked about it. I'll also be sure to throw in a few clips of me using it, so be sure to stay tuned. Starting out, I bought this laptop August of 2017. I bought it off Amazon for $1,049, which is still what it costs today. My main purpose for buying this laptop was to have something that I could bring with me to college while still having the ability to use it for gaming and video editing. So far, it's worked out great. I've been using it every day, bringing it with me to all of my classes. I use it to study, do assignments, watch YouTube videos, and pretty much everything else. So, the biggest question most people have is, what is the battery life like? Well, I gotta say it's different for every task. Simple tasks such as schoolwork, watching YouTube videos, and other basic programs get me around 3.5 to 4 hours. For me, this is plenty of time to get through my classes with enough battery to spare. Also, I have 2 hour-long breaks between them, so this gives me plenty of time to plug it in and charge if need be. But I do have to say, for the most part, I have never run into this issue. Otherwise, for more difficult tasks, such as video and photo editing, downloading stuff, or playing web-based flash games, the battery does drain a little quicker. I found that it typically lasts around 2 hours or more. Now, it is showing a little bit lower in this clip because I do have the screen recorder going, so expect it to be a little higher than what you see. And finally, playing games, rendering video, or screen recording drains the battery the quickest. Usually, it lasts just over an hour, which is definitely not enough time to enjoyably use your computer. For all of these CPU and GPU intensive programs, I always have my laptop plugged in before even starting. So, moving on, let's talk about gaming. First off, with the GTX 1060, this computer has no problem handling 60 frames per second on big name titles such as Fortnite, GTA 5, Black Ops, and most other games. The laptop speakers are above average, but I do still prefer using headphones for watching movies and playing games. Same goes with using a mouse instead of using the built-in trackpad. The screen resolution is a standard 1080p with a 920 by 1080 15.6 inch screen. It uses an IPS panel which makes the screen have deep, rich colors. Brightness for this laptop is average, but I'm very satisfied with it. At home, I do prefer hooking it up to an external 24-inch monitor, but that's simply because I like a larger screen. Otherwise, I would have no complaints about using this laptop screen. To demonstrate its gaming ability, I've put together a few clips that I've recorded so you can take a look at its performance. You will see, with a mix of graphic settings, the frames per second on Fortnite are in the upper 90s, sometimes higher depending on what you're looking at. Now change the settings all to epic and it still remains in the high 80s to low 90s, no problem. Now check out this montage of clips. This is the kind of footage you can expect to capture when recording using NVIDIA's GeForce Shadowplay software. There are several drawbacks I do want to mention. First of all, I'm not a big fan of the Dolby audio settings. Several things. First, I don't think the sound settings should be set to dynamic from the factory. It just sounds a little off where some of the high notes or low notes are muffled. Other options are pretty useless as well, because each of them somehow ruins the normal sound with whatever range of frequencies they are trying to amplify or muffle. I just found that leaving it at music gives it the most standard or normal audio that you come to expect. Take a listen in this clip. Second off, I don't like that if you accidentally unplug your headphones, it will continue to play the volume out loud on your speakers. Most devices have a separate volume, so you'll remember that you muted the speakers in case if something were to happen like unplugging your headphones, but not for this laptop. So you can see that right now the laptop is playing music through the speakers. Let's say that we turn it off, we mute it, so the speakers are silent. Now if we plug in our headphones into the side, then we turn up our headphones, which you can tell they're playing right now. Now if we go back and unplug it, it starts playing through the speakers. It should not be doing this. Another thing I want to mention are the keys. They have a firm, controlled press, which is pretty great for typing. Although being a laptop, they are quite limited in travel, and there's not much they can do, but it means you definitely should consider using an external keyboard. And finally, it would be cool if Acer could add at least one more USB 3.0 port. I really dislike trying to have to keep the left slot open in case if I need to transfer something large and don't have the time to wait for USB 2.0 speeds. Anything more than a single 3.0 port would be appreciated. All in all, I want to say that I'm very happy with my purchase. Even after a year, this laptop still somehow remains the cheapest computer in the market that offers a 6GB GTX 1060 graphics card. It definitely beats all the competition out there based on a price to hardware comparison. For me, this is exactly what I was looking for. A powerful computer without needing any other features that would add cost to it, which I wouldn't even benefit from. You can even see that I'm essentially using it as a PC in my setup, because I need something that I could travel to college with, and a big computer case really isn't an option. There's not much else I can say. Would I recommend it? Definitely. It hasn't had any issues whatsoever, and it has far exceeded my expectations. A big 10 out of 10. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.
Trust, my friend. It is me.